Alright, we are live. Alright, you need to move over this way more, Chong. Okay, we're live over at Chong Park. We're having a picnic and I'm trying not to point my camera this way. But of course you gotta keep nosing this way. There we go. Alright, I'm here. It's a nice sunny day. I figure I'm feeling a little better today. Okay, here's the woods this way. I'm not seeing anything of any wildlife here at all. Not at all. Not whatsoever. So, here's Chong enjoying his time. And I guess, I don't know, I guess we could just talk about life in general. I mean, I always like to think why karma acts a certain way towards some people and not another. And I guess that's my main thing about life is I've never understood why certain people get away with stuff and other people don't. And it seems like they never ever ever get any repercussions. I guess this is one of my main things that bothers me a lot. So, but that's just me. I mean, someone else might have something else that bothers them. I don't know. Here. Oh, I got somebody in the stream already. Alright, hang on. Let me get off my sunglasses. John, can you wait a minute? You just want to stay in one spot and not move. Alright, let me get my glasses on. Alright, Chong, can I get my glasses on? You're so damn excited. Chong, I need my hand free. Emily, not found. Oh, I'm good, Emily. How are you? I like that. It's like one of those gamer names. Okay, Chong, I'm not trying to have your collar come off. Oh, you're good. I just came home from work and I had a crazy dog that wants to go do his thing and go all around town. After I worked a shift at work. And then I got to see a baseball game. But they're still playing the baseball game, but sometimes people are real funny if you actually tape them from a distance. I don't understand. Even though we're being taped all the time by lots of people, when you go in a store, people are funny about when you tape and not open, even in a park. I don't know. It seems the bougier area it is, the more funny they are about it. And I just so happen to live in a bougie area. It is what it is. I don't live in the slums, but I live with a bunch of people that are stick in the muds. But it is a good area to live in. I mean, you want to live in a good area if you can. That's life. But yeah, I'm doing good. Today I was I was fixing a residence TV, but apparently the owner that bought our nursing home, they don't provide TVs. So we got to go all around, find these TVs. And then of course when you can't tell the family members we're not providing TVs, even though he bought the building and wants to sell it again. after he sold two different departments. So I'm looking up remote TV codes for the remote so my resident can watch TV. And I try to keep the peace the best I can. But these big businesses, they take over and they think of the money and they don't think of the people sometimes. I've noticed that. And I know they live on a big budget and stuff, but they get big money also. And I guess taking care of elderly, this is the reason I feel that no one's better than anybody. Every day you see somebody that much closer to dying. Baby Kahik. That's an interesting name all there. I don't have anything that cool for my name. I just keep mine Chong the dog. I don't even think I'm a little more creative enough for all this. I'm thinking there's a dead cat over here. Because there was that crazy cat that came out of this area. And this cat scared the shit out of Chong. And he keeps sniffing over here. I'm thinking in here that thing maybe just got sick and died somewhere in here. I don't know. I don't even think a coyote want to have to deal with how that thing was acting. Because that cat was crazy. That or it may have had rabies or something. I don't even know. But Chong's been interested in that area, I'm thinking, because of he smells an animal in there. Sometimes he tries to save all these animals. He did it once with a squirrel that got ran over and we had to leave. Yeah, it is an interesting world. When you think you got everything figured out, the world gets even weirder. That's the way the world is. Especially when you think you're dead and then one day you're not. I guess you live till you die. I can't figure it out. Leave that alone. That's nasty and caca. One time he ate poop and I almost had a heart attack, so I don't be dealing with poop stuff. I don't let him try to go near poop. That was when he was a little puppy and he has never done it since, but I don't like when he does this kind of stuff. And he will through a walk if you let him. But they tell me that no, leave that alone too. That's nasty. I don't know. I feel if I wasn't here to tell him all the nasty stuff, he would just keep doing it. I really believe this. Because my dog will go by the nastiest stuff and be interested. And then just think that maybe he can eat it. Okay, we'll just let this go this way. I'll turn this over. Alright. We're just going to turn this over this way because he doing his business. Alright, Chong, don't get your... Chong, don't get your paws in it. Get it away. Oh my God. You know what? We're just going for a bath when you get home. That's just nasty. You're washing your paws. I don't know if anybody else's dog scratches themselves. Now we gotta wash his paws down when I get home. Let's just go, Chong. You too much sometimes. I usually wash them with like either dog soap or a little Dawn. I figured it worked after that oil spill years ago, and they took all the wildlife and washed all the birds and stuff with it. So, oh God, that stuff's like right by his feet. He does it right before he pick it up. He does all this. It's nasty. I tell you, cats are just a lot easier to keep than dogs. I love Chongs, but dogs are very high upkeep. But the world is very interesting, and sometimes I feel you're supposed to meet certain people. Oh, you remember that Dawn commercial? Yeah, it was true. I lived through all that oil spill. And it really was BP's fault. They did not care. They were just trying to get whatever money they can get. And it absolutely was their fault. That's why they had Chong. I don't feel like having grass all over me, too. But yeah, it absolutely was their fault. That's why they had to pay out millions of dollars. Millions. They had to pay out. And they killed all that water, all the wildlife and stuff. Then they try to weasel out of it. There's a lot of people that won't buy BP gas because of it. It was bad. Oh yeah, it was pretty bad in the days when the Berlin Wall was in, when Russia was still. I lived through that too, when Russia was still wasn't when it was still pretty much communism. That was crazy. They used to walk around machine guns in Russia, and when that wall was coming down, the Russian army literally was shooting at people as they went near the wall with, I'm talking about machine guns like you're in war with. That was some crazy times. Crazy times. Russia has not been our friend all the time. During the Cold War, they really were not our friend. The Cold War was a crazy time for America. Ah, well, thank you. He is cute. He could be aggravating at times, but he's cute. He actually is now behaving more. He used to eat my shoes all the time, and he finally stopped eating my damn shoes. It took a while, but he always ate my socks. I had to literally buy all these socks all the time. If he couldn't get my shoes, he was trying to go after socks. We called him the socks thief. And now he's better. They told me 2 years old enough he was gonna get way better, and I didn't believe it. But these dog experts in my life that wanted me to have Chong help me, and they were not wrong. They really weren't. Not one of them was wrong. But yeah, war's terrible. I know my son when I guess when the I'm trying to think of what war I think it was. It was what years ago when my son was in the Navy. When the Russians were fighting, and they were, I think it was the front line somewhere. God, I'm trying to think of the exact. They fought with so many people, but America was stopping them. They were saving someone else. I'm trying to think of the exact country. They were fighting with another country, and the Navy came in and stopped them and would not give them fuel or anything. And my son was on one of those ships that went over there to stop Russia from just going ballistic. It was like probably about 10 years ago. That was a crazy time too, because they were trying to take supplies from, I want to say the Ukraine. I think they were still fighting with the Ukraine at that time. So America came in to make sure that the Ukraine got all their supplies and that the Soviet Union wasn't taking it. A lot of stuff. Because there was issues. And it wasn't good. Stop! That was a truck. He really hates the trucks. But like I said, war is no good. Just like all the Vietnam vets. They didn't get as much benefits as the other wars because if they lose a war, it's called a conflict. And that's true facts. My dad was in Vietnam. And he literally would have had more benefits to getting a house and his GI loan and stuff if he actually had an opportunity, and it was called a war, but it wasn't. So he did not get full benefits. A lot of the Vietnam vets came back poor because it was a conflict. And these are true facts, which is sad because honestly, they needed their money. They were coming back from a place they weren't wanted. Then they were come back to America, and you had everybody not wanting them here. Then they were called baby killers. That was crazy times to live through. And these guys, they played kind of dirty, the Vietnamese. You know, they were ambushing people and everything. And, you know, American soldiers had to deal with all that. It was a crazy time in history. I want to say prior to Vietnam, World War One, since we won that war and everything, and then World War Two, my grandpa's from that war. They did pretty well. They were able to get their GI loans, the ones that survived. But that was because it wasn't a conflict. That one absolutely was a war. So it's sad. That's why I'm really not a fan of war. So I'd like to study it in depth. I feel if we study war and I guess the art of war, you see how unnecessary a lot of times it is. And you do. Because war is not good. There's always casualties. Children get hurt. And just like Vietnam, they didn't care. They would send the kids in the grenade fields and they didn't care if their own people got killed. You know, and American soldiers, I guess, are a little softer because a lot of times we're all for the innocent. And in some places, they don't care so much about their innocent. So I know in Vietnam that was their tactic. And depending on how your belief is, okay, I guess we're taking a rest break. And depending on your belief system, you know, some people, when they believe when you die in the act of war for something, that you're going to come right back. I say, why not just live out the life you're supposed to live and then die? I mean, who are we to choose who dies and when they die? We're not meant for that. And we are not that special. I mean, I keep talking about this favoritism at work and it aggravates me because I don't believe we're special. And I honestly don't believe one person's more special than another. All right, come on, Chong. Can we move to the next house? You done been here a couple times. But I always say that because some people, they like to think they're special. They like to think they know everything. But if you think you know everything, generally you don't. Just veer away from people. A November Scorpio. Is Scorpio in November? Get in and buckle yourself in. Alright, come on, Chong. Don't be so nosy when people are getting in their car, Chong. Oh, okay. I know my sister's a Scorpio. I mean, sometimes people act their sign, sometimes they don't. I just believe it's the way you perceive the world that makes you where you are. Oh, he's in October. I mean, I'm an Aries, but I am not all. I mean, I can be assertive and nasty when I need to be, but I do believe in my own free will, and I don't let anybody tell me nothing. I've always been that way. I've been stubborn, and I don't let anybody get down on me or just rain on my parade. I am not a pushover. All right, Chong, give me a minute. You don't have to go so fast. I'm hoping that he calms down so I can go ahead and put this charger on, actually get on another stream, and actually be able to maybe do a couple tarot card readings. That would be fun. But when it's like this and he's acting like this, it's an outdoor stream day too. And it is summer. But I don't think, I mean, there's some people that it's fun to do like that kind of stuff, but maybe in some ways we have some characteristics of our signs. And I do believe the planets have certain energy with certain signs. That I do believe. I mean, my sister's more where she can go in your chart the day you were born and tell you what planets was aligned and all this stuff that is really in depth. I always tell her she should start her own little shop somewhere because she's that good. Me, I'm generally working a lot, and my abilities go with a lot of like facts and little things like that. She can really get into depth like no one I know. But then she can't tell you exact details about something all the same. So it's kind of weird in that way. But I guess that's the difference between us. She always says, I hate when the bugs get on you. She always says I'm the all-knowing, and I always tell her I am far from the all-knowing. I was like, I only know certain things, and I don't want to know everything. And I don't. I think if you knew everything, it would ruin the mystery of life. And I do believe that. Because life is one big mystery. It really is. And why ruin things? Alright, come on, Chong. Are we moving? I don't understand. Oh my god. Why you gotta wanna stare at dogs all the time? Let's just let him go in the house. Oh, it is. It's like Forrest Gump. I love that movie. Alright, are you wait? The little dog's going home, Chong. Come on, you're bothering this other dog. You gotta get off this lawn. He thinks he owns everyone's lawn. Alright, let's leave this doggy alone. Come on. You're not gonna go but that little tiny dog. Chong, no. Chong. Chong, you're not bothering that little dog. What's up there? There's absolutely no squirrel up there, Chong. Alright, are you coming or not? I don't know why it has to take us so long to get up the street. You know, Happy Gilmore's good. It made me want to start golfing. I actually started working at this one nursing home because I got free golfing. And I started it, and I would like to pretend I was Happy Gilmore, but I could not. I was horrible at it. I got the good golf clubs and stuff, but I was not good at it. Alright, Chong, we're not going by this dog. Chong. No, Chong. We're going this way. Come on. Oh, got past the dog house. Alright, let's not do that. This is why you can't be off leash. Let's go. Let's go, Chong. What are you doing? Ugh, I will be happy to rest when I get home. It is too much. But yeah, I love Happy Gilmore. I just like him, period. I like that, and I like how he produces his own movies too. I really do. He's pretty awesome. Adam Sandler is really nice. I liked him in 50 First Dates, where he's with Demi Moore, and she had that condition where she would forget. And they were married and had a kid, and he would just have a tape recorder and then tell her to put in the tape. And they were on the boat with her dad. That was a good one. And I liked Adam Sandler and oh yeah. But Adam Sandler in real life, he's a real nice guy. He really is. I mean, even though he's super rich, he's still a real nice guy. I mean, some people, when they get super rich, they're not nice. But from what I understand, what people tell me, he actually stayed nice, which is a miracle. A lot of people change up when they get a little money. They're not the same. That's why some people get mad. They'll say, "Don't forget about me when you get money." And it's like, I'm still going to go and get my stuff I usually get, even if I had a lot of money. What's the point of changing it up? Be something you're not. But it's a lot of times heartwarming movies make me cry all the time. And they're nice. But I still tend to like horror movies better. I find it interesting. I always tend to just kind of go there. Oh, that's nice. I didn't know she was having problems getting pregnant. I had no clue. I think they probably were friends, honestly. He has his own production company, and I think she was in some of his movies. So they probably are friends because of that, honestly. I would think. But he is a real nice guy. John Candy, from what I heard, he was a real nice guy too, but he ended up dying of an overdose on cocaine. It was sad, but now there's things way worse than cocaine out in the world. John Belushi, I believe his was cocaine and alcohol. Jimi Hendrix, he died drunk and he threw up and ended up falling in his own puke and dying. One of the greatest guitar players of all times, too. Jimi Hendrix was pretty epic. I like him. I love guitar, though. Led Zeppelin is, I think, by far one of my favorites. I like Axl Rose from Guns N' Roses. I like him. I do like him because I grew up with Axl Rose, but Slash I meant. Slash has his own studio now, from what I understand. They don't really, obviously, he's older, so. And he, in Guns N' Roses was Guns N' Roses, but he does actually have his own band studio where he does like a lot of different stuff. And Slash is pretty epic. I believe he's in the Hall of Fame. Pretty sure he is. But I'm a sucker for guitar music, and I actually try to play guitar, and it's very, 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 very hard. And I think you have to have some kind of talent to be able to actually do the really long guitar riffs. Because Dragon Force is really good at it. They have some of them and Metallica got some amazing guitar skills. They move that damn guitar so fast and it sounds so flawless. I don't understand how they do it because I try to learn how to do all the chords. But I even had a Fender and everything. Because back then you were something if you had a Fender guitar. But there wasn't a lot of rap music. Now it's mostly all about rap. Which I guess you got to have talent for that too, because you got to stay in tune and everything. And you got to have a flow, so it's a different kind of talent. Alright. You're getting your feet washed, Chong. I don't understand why I couldn't pick up that last poop when you had it all over the place. Nasty. Chong. Maybe he'll be more calm now. Alright, well, I'm going to let you guys go because I'm going to actually charge up my phone. And Chong should be ready to be in the air condition and relax. And he's going to be clean because I'm going to bathe him. But thank you for the engaging discussion. I'm not used to all this attention over here. And I do appreciate all you guys and all of your subscriptions because I didn't think I was going to. When I first started over here, I didn't think I was going to get any. As I wasn't sure how well of a good live streamer I was and all that. Facebook, everything's kind of different. So I try to put my game up a little bit more over here. But I'm gonna come back on in probably about a half hour or so. Okay, I guess he's taking a rest. I guess he was tired. Guess I'll wait till he moves again. Oh, I guess he's moving. You never know what Chong is gonna do from minute to minute. But I'll be back. I think I'm getting the handle of good live streaming. And I don't know, maybe Chong will be sleeping, who knows. At least you guys got to see Chong. And I will be back, I promise.